I ain't gonna cap, dog. I am fucking tired. Oh my gosh, I am tired. Fuck. I lower the music a little bit. I've been tired since yesterday. Like yesterday was my friend's birthday. There's been a lot of fucking birthdays already, bro. What's happening, Waffle? Hi, Quam. I went to the folk festival in my town. Oh shit, how was that? We don't got a festival in my town. We have like a Fresno fair. That's kind of similar. I was supposed to meet my homegirl there. Oh shit, how'd that go? Have fun? I'm hoping. Do they got rides and shit? I never been to like a traditional festival, you know? I've only ever been to what we got, which is a fair, but it's like a bunch of rides and shit. It's like a mini amusement park that they just move around the valley. Shit does not show up. Wait, did he get stood up? Waffle, did he get played? Dog, don't tell me you got played, bro. Don't tell me you got played, bro. The fuck do you mean she did? I waited for 4 hours and she texted. Wait, so was she there or was she not? After I left. Did you guys agree? So I'm assuming you guys set a time beforehand and agreed on? Was there a time that was confirmed? Or was it just, we'll get there when we get there? Before I say anything, I need to find out. Did you guys confirm we're meeting at this time? I was about to go off on here. Did you guys confirm you guys were meeting at a specific time? Because if you guys didn't agree on a time, then hold on. She might have a little bit of leg room to squeeze out of, but just let it. Okay, never mind. That's bad. That was the wrong explosion. I meant this one. That's bad. So y'all agreed on a time. You showed up on time, and then 4 hours later, she texts you saying that she's there. What the fuck happened? Did she tell you why she wasn't there on time? Why she didn't reply until 4 hours later? The fuck happened? Nope. So no excuse. What did she? So wait, what did she tell you? Did she just hate you? Did she? Oh, don't look at my shirt. I dropped food in my shirt earlier today. Ignore that. Wait, she didn't tell me why she was so late. So did she just text you saying I'm here? At 4 hours after you text her, just, hey, I'm here. Huh? What the fuck? I would have gone off on her personally. But that's just me. I'm messy. No, I wouldn't have. I would have came on here and complained. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have came on here and complained. That's all I would have done. I would not have. She's like, I'm so sorry. My parents took forever. You had 4 fucking hours. She could have told you 4 hours ago, hey, I'm going to be late. Or even better, hey, I'm not going to be there. What kind of... Okay. All right. You're going to tell me that she's going to act as if she didn't know 4 hours beforehand that she was going to be late. If y'all, I don't know what time you agreed on. I'm going to say random time. But if y'all agreed at 3 o'clock, right? And she's not there at 3 o'clock. She can easily just text you. I don't get why she didn't reply to you and let you know ahead of time. I would have been fucking livid, bro. I would have been livid as fuck. I would have been so mad. We agreed on 4:30. Dog, I almost got that time on the dot. Hello, Joseph. I almost got that time on the fucking nail. Holy shit. Dude, I was only an hour off. What's happening, Rabbit? I was only an hour off. I almost got that shit right on the fucking nail. Nah, I would have been mad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought... Joseph, I said hi, Joseph. Joseph, hello, Joseph. I would have thought, or earlier today, my fault. Earlier today, I thought I was gonna get stood up. Earlier today, hold on, I gotta make it very clear. Not stood up like that. Not in a romantic sense or anything like that. I took advice from Ted Mosby. Not gonna lie. Well, that's where you fucked up. The fuck did you expect, dog? You're taking advice from Ted Mosby? The motherfucker who went on for what, 8 or 9 seasons talking about how he met his children's mother just to tell a bunch of stories not even relating to their mother. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Like, oh my gosh, no, it's after you broke up with Stella. I don't care. I know how the series ended. Ted Mosby is a piece of shit. Like, what are we doing? No, you know you should have I subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. You know you should have took advice from Barney. I'm gonna say it, bro. Barney, he would have had it like that, brother. Like that scene where he tracked her down. Oh, you're talking about one specific scene. Never mind. I see what you mean now. Okay. I misunderstood you. I thought you meant you took relationship advice from Ted Mosby. Yeah, don't ever do that shit. You're setting yourself up for failure. But dude, so I gotta say, chat. Thankfully, right? Thankfully, chat. I don't know about you guys, but thankfully, I managed to see the new Spider-Man with no spoilers. No spoilers! Now, granted, the movie's only been out for like a day or two, so it hasn't been that hard. But still, I did too. Bro, go to movie. I seen it today. I deadass just seen it today. I'm watching it tomorrow. Fucking nice, bro. So good. So, with the same homegirl. Oh, God. She asking, damn. So she was on time for Spidey yesterday, but fuck the festival. Fuck this festival, I guess. Oh, by the way, I finished my summer finals yesterday. Let's fucking go, rabbit! Let's fucking go, bro! Dog, 1,000 steps ahead of me. I dropped out of college, bro. I can't even relate to graduating. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. But no, yeah, I saw Spider-Man, bro. I ain't gonna spoil shit. All that I will say is that it's a 9 out of 10 movie. Easy 9 out of 10. Why did I? No. I meant the celebration one. Whatever. Easy 9 out of 10, bro. Easy 9 out of 10. She showed up before me yesterday. I ain't gonna surprise, bro. It's Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Come on now. Hey, Sonny, you watching anything before the plan today? Wait, what do you mean before the plan today? What plan today? Do you mean the stream plan? Because I'll be honest, that's also what I was going to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to play Deltarune after all today. I low-key might just watch this theory video that I've been wanting to watch, this game theory video. And then I might just be on for a total of an hour because I'm tired. I've been so tired, chat. So today, right, I'm waiting for them to get graded, but I should be passing them with at least all B's. Fuck yeah, there we go, baby. There we fucking go. But if I'm being honest, chat. So today's yesterday was my friend's birthday, and I went there for her birthday, super fucking tired. Today was my other friend's birthday. That's why we went to go see Jay, the homie Jay. He's going to be streaming later. Today's his birthday. We went to go see Spider-Man for his birthday. And dog, I kid you not, I've been tired all day today. I've been tired all day since we went to that theater all the way to present time. I'm going to go cry in the shower. Jay's streaming right now, dog? Yeah. See, I thought so. He told me he's going to start streaming around 5. I was supposed to start at 4, but I low-key fucking just snoozed out. Waffle, don't cry, bruh! The fuck? Waffle, get back up! Waffle! I want you to get back up! Alright? It's not how many times you fall down. It's how many times you fall down and you get back up, Waffle. Get your ass back up. So what? We took a hard hit. So what? You're still on that field. Get up, grab the ball, and make the touchdown. Fuck, I fucked up my camera for hitting my desk again. Son of a bitch. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Fucking A. I'm trying to curse your TikTok algorithm. Wait, why are you trying to curse my shit? What the fuck? What the fuck did I do? What they say fuck me for? Jay's streaming right now, dog. He's doing Among Us. He invited me to join, and it's chaotic. Oh, shit. He did invite me, too, but, like, he invited me so last minute, because I've had this plan for weeks already. I'm from the Philippines. Nice. I've had this plan for weeks already, so I know I probably won't end up popping in for the lockdown. I'll probably hit him with a raid, though, if he's still live. More than likely, I'll probably end up hitting him with a raid. It was just too last minute for me. I've had this stream planned out for, like, I think, over a week now? Yeah, it was last minute, but I ain't doing nothing right now. Yes, I had this planned. For me, it was just last minute, and I already have this planned. And even then, I might not do everything I'm supposed to do today. I deadass might just watch the video, and sometime after that, I might not play the game today because I is tired. But chat. So, in case you guys weren't aware, ever since Deltarune Chapter 5 has dropped, I have been so glued to everything Deltarune related. To things I've done, to things I haven't done, to things that I've been wanting to do. So I might hop on it like a little Deltarune wave once again. But one thing in particular is that Game Theory just dropped a new theory on Deltarune. Something about Chapter 5. I was gonna watch it on stream, and I got like 15 seconds in and I realized, wait, I make a lot of Deltarune content. Why the fuck fuck am I not gonna react to this on stream? So chat, for today, what I got planned today is we're gonna be watching this new game theory video on Deltarune. Game theory, the truth about Deltarune's Knight. I'm assuming they're gonna be trying to predict who the Roaring Knight is, which listen. Game theory. You guys can try to guess all you want. The fandom still ain't got this shit down, brother. You guys aren't gonna get it, and that's okay. That's okay, guys. What you guys need is an experienced Deltarune player like myself to join the team. Trust me, I can be your Map Pat, but only for Deltarune. Sans, yeah, I know, I fucking love Sans. All right, but yeah, we're gonna react to this today. We're gonna be heavenly as a pristine Deltarune player myself. Don't say how long I've been playing Deltarune, please. But as a pristine Deltarune player myself, I'm gonna heavily judge this. I'm gonna judge everything about this theory. I'm judging this theory hard. Obvious spoilers if you haven't played Deltarune chapters 1 through 5 and you want to get into it. Maybe Undertale spoilers. I'm not sure about that. Can't get spoiled since I played Deltarune, so I'll be lurking. No, you're good. No worries at all. Obvious spoilers. If you have not played Deltarune chapters 1 through 5 and you want to play with no spoilers, just a warning now, this is probably going to spoil all those chapters. It might even spoil Undertale, but that one's a maybe. I don't know for sure if it will, but yeah, let's watch it. All right. Y'all let me know if the audio is going through. I'm assuming it's going through good. Otherwise, you guys probably would have said something by now. I'm going to go ahead and play a video now, though. Y'all let me know if the audio is bad.
Deltarune Chapter 5 has more lore than people realize. On the
Agreed.
surface, it may appear to just be a simple chapter about some flowery boys and girls, but this chapter reveals so...
This chapter is not simple whatsoever, okay? I'm sorry, not to go off right away, but this chapter is anything but simple. This shit had lore throughout every fucking nick and cranny you turn across.
Much more about the game, what happened before the game started, and how the fate of one character may be worse than even I first realized.
I've been saying, Susie! Dog!
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that wants you to wake up in a dark fountain and smell the...
I've been saying since chapter 4 that I think Susie's gonna need to be sacrificed for the prophecy. I've been saying that since chapter 4. So if he says it, I've been saying this shit too. I'm not stealing. I'm not a LARPer.
Is back. The story of a kid named Chris befriending the school bully Susie and entering the dark worlds. Worlds made up of real objects like playing cards and laptops that then transform into enemies to battle and new places to explore.
Not all
With
enemies, we get friends
Rolsay by their side, they are on a mission to destroy the dark fountains and prevent a cataclysmic event known in the prophecy as the Roaring.
The Roaring.
When the light and
my dumbass almost said the fucking rumbling. Oh my gosh.
dark worlds will cease to exist. Each installment gives us more of an insight into the true story that Toby Fox is trying to tell us, but this chapter has already had some mixed reviews from fans, claiming there to be no...
Chapter 5, nothing happens, it's just 4 hours of filler. Brother, did you even play the fucking chapter? What are we talking about, bro? What? 4 hours of filler? Dog, just say you didn't play the game. Say you didn't play the game. There is so much info this chapter. What the fuck are we on about? Oh my gosh, dude. Fans just love complaining about anything. Jesus.
Or not adding to the lore at all and instead just being all gameplay. Oh no, there's too much game in my video game. My steak is too juicy. My lobster is too buttery. But while I agree this chapter focused more on the gameplay, that doesn't mean there's no lore at all. In fact, I believe...
The issue is that everybody wants like as much lore as we got from something like chapter 4, which, yes, don't get me wrong, chapter 4 was fun and we did learn so much about both the dark world and also just about Gerson and stuff. Like that revelation in itself, the fact that we found out the fact that we found out that when a lightner dies, that their remains could still be activated within a dark world. That was a big discovery, yes. But not every chapter needs to be littered with lore. Not to mention, this is the last fun chapter, bro. We got lore. You talk to Asgore, you get lore. You talk to Flower, you get lore. You look for Asgore's papers, you still get lore. But I want one last fun adventure before shit gets super dark and twisted. Because we know going forward, chapters 6 and 7 are not going to be as fun. They're going to be fun. Yes, they're still going to be fun. But what I mean is they're not going to be as like lighthearted. Chapters 6 and 7 are going to be scary, bro. So scary. So it's like, come on. What are we playing with? Hello, Joseph. I said hi.
It's
Hello,
actually
Joseph.
giving us more context. doesn't mean there's no lore at all. In fact, I believe it's actually giving us more context into some of the series' biggest mysteries and sets up what we can expect in future chapters. The festival will have to wait, theorists, because it is time for...
I will say, hold on. I will admit, I was expecting a lot more from the festival. That is something I will admit. I'm not upset with the little bit we got from the festival, but I was expecting so much more. Like, when the festival ended, I was surprised. I was like, genuinely, that's it? Which I'm not upset by, because the second half of the chapter still was very solid. But I was very surprised at how short the festival was.
For us to open our own dark fountain and plunge back into the dark world of Deltarune. Although we only got one chapter this time around, it was much longer than previous chapters. It's the day of the festival,
chapter, I think,
and
out
Chris,
of all of them,
Susie, and
sure.
Noelle are exploring everything going on. Susie and Noelle end the day by the lake as they confess their feelings for one another. But when Susie goes to get ice cream, Noelle has to leave suddenly to help her sick father. Chris and Susie then stumble upon a dark fountain inside the flower.
Fucking creep-ass Chris, bro. All you gotta do is listen, Chris. All you gotta do is work with us. We're trying to help you, bro.
Owned by Chris's father, Asgore. And by stumble, I mean Chris went through the back door and made one. It's here that we meet Asgore's beloved flowers made real. Aqua, green, orange, yellow, blue, Seth, and my new favorite character from the series, Flowery. I mean, just look at him, so sharp.
The goat! Sorry.
Dressed. Game recognizes game. And while he can be a bit annoying, nothing is more annoying than Santi, and somehow I deal with him every day. So Flowery is no issue. But these aren't the only...
Bro, I deal with Adam while playing these games. Flowery will forever be the GOAT. No one's gonna know me the fuck more than my brother when I play these games. Come on
people
now.
in the dark world.
Maybe
Asgore
chat.
is here too. And while he acts oblivious to the whole thing, it is very clear that he is fully versed in the effects of the dark world, studying them and becoming pretty obsessed. Chris and the Fun Gang then tried to stop Flowery and the team from keeping Asgore in the dark world, fearing that the Knight, the enemy from the previous chapters, may come after him. But as they seal the dark fountain, the dark world still remains. Normally, they collapse in on them.
So I saw, real quick, I saw a theory, right? I saw a theory, which I actually believe in. The theory said that I'd have to replay chapters or go back to check. I don't know for sure, but theory said that apparently every time you close the dark fountain, you never get a choice. It's automatic. Chapter 5 was the only time where you could say yes to close it or no, I want to wait. Specifically when you're in the dark fountain room, not before it, because then you can say no a lot of times, but specifically when you're in that room, Chapter 5 is the only time where you can say yes or no. More so, Chapter 5 is also the only time where it's not only us and Susie in the room when we close the dark fountain. So people were theorizing that the reason why there are so many more people there, the reason why we were able to say yes or no inside the dark fountain room was because Chris was waiting to give the signal to the Roaring Knight to create that second dark fountain. Which I 100% believe, because that shit was way too perfect timing for it not to go that way.
When the dark fountain is closed, meaning the Knight has opened another one, and lo and behold, they swoop in and kidnap Asgore. Now with another member taken to the shelter, Chris and Susie feel downcast.
Which, that's another thing too. I also think that Chris's goal, I just realized I was not showing my screen, my bad. I also think Chris's goal for Chapter 5 from the very start was to kidnap Asgore. I don't know for what, but I really do believe that they needed Asgore inside the shelter for whatever they're planning to do with him and Undyne.
And the dark fountain is closed, meaning the Knight has opened another one, and lo and behold, they swoop in and kidnap Asgore. Now with another member taken to the shelter, Chris and Susie feel downcast, returning to Castletown, ready for Chapter 6. That's the basic summary of this new chapter, and I think the reason people have said that there's no real plot is mostly down to the fact that there's not a lot to say when it comes to things like the Deltarune prophecy, which was laid on pretty thick last chapter. But that's because a lot of what we learn about in this chapter isn't about the prophecy. It's about the events that occurred before Deltarune. Like I said,
thank you! There is lore, but not everything needs to be spoon-fed to us. Not everything needs to be about the prophecy. We need to learn more about the world outside the prophecy. And we're not going to learn that in the Dark Worlds. We're not going to learn that through Ralzai. We're going to learn that with characters like Asgore, who have some type of weird history and connection with the Dark Worlds. I think Chapter 5 was the first time Asgore has ever been to a dark world, but obviously he has knowledge and experiences with them. But I do think Chapter 5 was the first time he was actually inside of the dark world, and that's specifically because remember early on in the chapter there is a scene when you first see Yellow for the first time, the cowboy Yellow. During that scene, Asgore is looking at his aura and he says, wow, it really is a different color. I didn't realize what he was talking about at first, but in hindsight, I'm pretty sure he was just talking about the color of his spur that changed. So I'm pretty sure this is 100% the very first time Asgore has ever been inside of a dark world. He just has history with them for whatever reason. What do we need to know?
Is familiar with the dark world, and as you venture into the castle of this chapter, you find research papers scattered everywhere that Asgore is trying to read. But the words are all mixed up. The key thing here is that Asgore calls them his old notes. Asgore has researched dark worlds in the past, and now being back in the dark world, Asgore becomes obsessed with his research notes and getting answers.
That is one very strong counterpoint. The fact that not only the notes, but more specifically, Asgore knows Flowey. Obviously. Sure, you can say maybe he didn't know the other flowers and he was just acting like it, but Flowery, he clearly knew. How would he have known who Flowey was, the way he would act? How would he know any of that without ever being to a dark world? So that is one big counterpoint that I do recognize.
The reason that the notes are jumbled is because they're from the light world, and like how our pencil becomes a sword when we enter the dark world, these notes have distorted and so the words have become jumbled. Fortunately for us, Ralsei is able to interpret some of these notes.
But then that leaves the question on where are the notes in the light world then? Inside the plants maybe, but why would... So that's still confusing, right? Because if the notes are in the light world somewhere, why did Asgore need them in the dark world? You know? That's making me think maybe the way it's read in the dark world reveals something it doesn't reveal in the light world. I don't know. That's weird because he was looking for the notes desperately and needed them. But if they're in your house or in the flower shop, why? I don't know. That's just
revealing
weird.
that there used to be a dark world
It's not
a
making
long time
sense.
ago. The further into this chapter we get, the more we understand Asgore's obsession with the dark world. He wants to prove that it is real in order to stop feeling guilty over an incident, something he also refuses to elaborate on. He says
Clearly
that
has to do with Des. Clearly has to do with Des. Let's be real.
Himself for what happened, despite Chris, Azriel, and Toriel never blaming him. His desire to prove his innocence is actually what drove Toriel away, which is why they're now separated. So naturally, this had me wondering, what was this incident? What was the thing that happened in the world of light that drove Asgore to feel guilty, and how is it connected to this old dark world?
Something
you
with
see,
Des
there is
has to
one
be.
unspoken tragic event that we know occurred before the events of Deltarune, the disappearance of Noel's sister, December Holiday. Until now, Des has been a mystery. In chapter 4, we saw that Des's room was abandoned and that no one was allowed inside. Whatever happened, both Chris and Noel seem pretty traumatized by this event. Noel is triggered by the word in a spelling bee and breaks down. And Chris, well, Chris seems to have witnessed this event
Bro, Chris got nothing but problems throughout the entire game. Let's stop playing.
firsthand. In chapter 3, you can pick up a piece of black triangle lacquer, which we spoke about in our last theory. Triangle lacquer describes a guitar pick, and Des is a talented musician specializing in the guitar, as seen by the guitar.
I didn't even know that. What the
However,
hell?
when you collect the item, it talks about the item slipping through your fingers. If this item represents Des,
Oh! No, I remember this because this was when you couldn't find your hand. I do remember
Chris
this.
felt
I do
like they
remember
could have
this.
done something
Hella
to help
brain
them,
fart.
to save them, but they slipped through their fingers. In chapter 4, you can find a secret area called the therapy room. In this room, Chris is encouraged to do art, a real therapeutic tool to help traumatized patients express themselves and lower stress levels. You combine this with the fact that Chris is told that this is where we draw pictures and don't kill people, and we start to piece together that Chris was either involved in, or most likely witnessed something that they believed was killing someone. Something they feel they could have helped avoid. Unlike Azriel, it is clear that Des didn't run off to college, but something far more tragic happened. And now it seems that Asgore was involved and that his research into the Dark World may have been the reason. But there is more that connects these two characters than just a nameless incident. During chapter 4, if you escape through the vents after Chris violently removes you from their chest, you can see Asgore talking to an old friend.
So this, I remember when I first seen this, I thought it was Rudy. I'm pretty sure at this point, I think we can confirm, or I didn't think it was Rudy. I thought it was the Knight or Carol, one of the two. But I think at this point, we can pretty much confirm that he was probably talking about Flowery, right?
About their plans for redemption. During this discussion, he mentions how beautiful this black shard is. The black shard is actually an item in Deltarune that you can obtain. The only way to obtain it is by defeating the knight. By doing so, you break off a piece of their sword, a shard, if you will. In our last theory, we theorized that Des is the raw.
He had a sword? I just caught that. This entire time, I thought Asgore had a crystal.
night, based on visual clues like the antlers, their sword being a bat, something that Des used to hold on to, and that the song Lost.ogg, which used a picture of the guitar from Des's room, uses the same musical motif in the night fighting music. For Asgore to have this shard,
I wanted to hear it!
have to have some connection to the night prior to chapter 4 and prior to their kidnapping at the end of chapter 5. On top of that, they both have access to the shelter. The night is...
So my guess is, because I don't think Asgore's been to a dark world before chapter 5. I think Asgore was working as a police officer, arrived late to the scene that had to do with Des's disappearance, and found the shard outside, and I think he was blamed for the disappearance. Not in the sense of where he was responsible, but in the sense of where he was, however it was handled was way too unprofessional, and he had to be taken off the force.
Stealing people away and hiding in this shelter, and at the end of chapter 5, we finally get one of the codes to the shelter, and it's buried in Asgore's flower shop
And that's another thing! That code, I don't know why no one has talked about this. The code that you find in the flower shop is not the same code that we found in Des's guitar. Why has no one talked about this? The code in Des's guitar was 122. Hold on, I need to double check to make sure. Because I feel like I'm going fucking insane. Code in... Yes. The code in Des's car is 122, which is obviously going to eventually become 1225. The code that we got in the flower shop was not for that. And the code that we got for the flower shop is for sure the shelter code. So what the fuck is that code that Des has? I've been wondering this since the chapter. What the fuck is that code? Because that is not for the shelter. We still don't know what that code is for. And we need it's been driving me insane, dude. I've been going fucking crazy. What is 1225 for? What does that mean? What is it? What is happening on 1225 with 1225?
Flowery. The code is 0915.
My fault. I forgot to switch screens.
This shelter, and at the end of chapter 5, we finally get one of the codes to the shelter, and it's buried in Asgore's flower shop under Flowery. The code is...
Also, that code is the date that they have in Undertale too.
0915199X.
I'm pretty sure at least.
My money on the fact that this is the date it happened. September 15th, 1990 something. The only date we've seen that resembles this is 1997. Spamton claims that it's their favorite year, and it's actually the price of the thorn ring that creates the snow grave or weird root for Noel. Des's
I didn't even catch that. What the fuck?
sister, who, thanks to this route and some pushing from us, becomes stronger and able to overcome her trauma about Des's disappearance. Now,
she overcomes her trauma about literally fucking everything after Snowgrave.
Now, while we know Chris likely witnessed this event and that Asgore was involved, probably along with Carol, as she seems to be the one calling Chris, telling him not to let Susie...
We don't know that for sure yet. Yes, it's highly likely, and I would be very surprised if it's anybody else. But still, we can't say for sure that this is Carol. It's just, it's the most likely for sure.
You know the shelter code and then shows up as soon as Susie's about to find it. But we don't know exactly what happened that night with Des. However, thanks to unused text in the game files, we do know what happened in the aftermath. Chapter 1's unused text said, Where am I? Hello? Anyone? Is anybody out there?
Oh, the text in the game.
Anyone? Can anyone hear me? It's dark. It's so dark here. Someone, anyone, if you can hear me.
So and I see friend in the background. For reference, in case you are not aware, I just realized my camera fucked up. Hold on. There we go. For some context, shoot, even if you play Deltarune, you might not know this. In Deltarune, if you go into the game codes, you can find what he's reading right now. All this is random code within that you can read in between stuff. I think that that's Des trapped in the game. I think he's going to try to connect it with Friend, which I will say, I think Friend has Des trapped wherever she is right now. Oh, what the hell? Okay, wait.
Say something, please. Chapter 2 and... Someone, anyone. If you can hear me, say something, please. Chapter 2 and 3's are similar, realizing that no one can hear them and wondering how they got there.
I haven't read chapter 5s yet. Oh my gosh.
In chapter 4's unused text, this mystery person talks about losing track of time, whether it's been hours or days. The community has speculated that this is Des getting lost in the dark world, and I was inclined to think so as well. But now with the idea that Des suffered an incident involving a dark world like Asgore mentioned, it makes me even more certain that this is the case. But
okay. I thought he was gonna say it was someone else. I'll be like, who? Who the fuck else?
5's unused text gives us a little more insight. I do.
What is it? I actually don't know it.
That's memories. Memories of my life. Maybe that's all I am at this point. A collection of memory. Then all I can do is not forget, right? Don't forget. I just have to keep telling myself that. This isn't the first time.
Wait. Okay. All she has is memories. She can't forget. What if Des is going to turn into a secret boss? I have a leading theory. So, real quick, I need to make a video about this. Some of the things that we know about the secret bosses is the fact that after we defeat them, we get the dark crystals. We learned recently in chapter 5 from Sean that these dark crystals are the remnants of hopes and dreams. Now, if we look at each of the secret bosses, every single one of them has some type of purpose that's pulling them onto the ground, some type of dream or hope to keep them grounded. For chapter 1, Jevel, obviously it's the fact that he wanted to free the entire world, in his vision. Chapter 2, Spamton, he wants to be a big shot, Chapter 3 is kind of the hard one because you can't really find one with Eram. But in my defense, I don't think Eram takes the... Eram's obviously the secret boss, but I don't think he takes the position as secret boss connecting to this theory like the rest of them. I think it's actually the Roaring Knight, which clearly the Roaring Knight has some type of vendetta against us. Now, the only thing is we don't know if the Roaring Knight's a Darkener or Lightener. Everyone will argue with you, no matter what. People are going to argue with me, saying that we know. We don't know what the fuck the Roaring Knight is. I think the Roaring Knight's a Lightener, personally, but it could be a Lightener or a Darkener. But anyways, I do still think that the Roaring Knight falls into that same trope. We go to chapter 4 with Gerson. Obviously, Gerson wasn't ready to let go. Motherfucker gave us a letter to give to his son. All the way to chapter 5 with Mew Mew, and it's the same thing. Mew Mew did not want to let go of her body. She still had a dream that she wanted to connect to. What if memories could count as dreams? And what if Des has a possibility of becoming corrupted and later a secret boss in either chapter 6 or 7? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. There's still so much that I need to gather. I swear, bro, one day I'm going to have a giant fucking pin board in the background with a bunch of red string connecting all the different Deltarune shit that we know and not know.
And we've heard that phrase, don't forget. At the end of chapter 4, Chris gets another call, presumably once again from Carol, who tells them, don't forget. As
also in the song, and
we
undertale.
Talked about previously, Chris is somehow involved with the Knight. The Knight literally knights them in chapter 3, and as I've also said, Carol seems suspiciously involved with this whole thing. And if you go down the weird route where we force Noelle to become violent, you encounter Sans, who is selling ice cream. Sans asks Susie to draw her friends on a punch card, and
fun fact, this is also something that you have to do. You can't do the weird route without doing this.
She draws her, Chris, and Ralsei. At first, this might seem like a random interaction just so Sans can have a little bit more screen time because, you know, we love that guy. But fans will know that in Undertale, if you go to the secret lab, you will find a poorly drawn picture of 3 smiling people. And underneath it, it is written, don't forget. And if you've been following these channels for a long time,
I will say you can get that same interaction on the normal route for chapter 5. The only difference is that instead of drawing Ralsei, Susie draws herself, Chris, and Noelle. But you can still get this interaction. However, in the normal route, it is not a requirement. In the normal route, you can miss this entire interaction. You can do the normal route without having to meet with Sans and draw that picture. That can still, you don't need to do that. But in the weird route, it is a requirement. You literally can't progress without getting that picture bullshit done and over with. Or more specifically, getting the bread from Sans.
You will know that one of the theories we had from Undertale was that Sans was working in this secret lab alongside Gasta. Now,
yeah, I don't know about anymore.
Deep dive into the weird roots or the connections it has with Sans and Gasta right now. But I do think it holds some really interesting lore secrets that I want to talk about in a few weeks. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss that
Fuck
video.
yeah,
when
more
it drops.
Deltarune
Thanks very
videos?
much, but back to the point. Memories and remembering those memories are important. Des, a Lightner, has been in the Dark World for so long that they have lost track of time and are losing everything about themselves except their memories, to the point where they seem to think they are just memories, no bodily form.
See, so if she's, yeah, I think she might become a secret boss, low-key. Low fucking key. If she's nothing but memories, wouldn't that mean she's... I don't know, it sounds very similar to what happened with Gerson, low-key. I mean, no, it doesn't. Not at all, actually. Gerson was dead. But I really do think that what turns the secret bosses into what they are has something to do with them having an unfinished dream or an unfinished wish. And her becoming nothing but memories, I feel like could lead into that same fucking area. To where her unfinished dream or wish is just her experiencing, reliving, or reconnecting, or just remembering her old memories. Really fucking dude. Really fucking do. What's happening, Supersonic? Hello. Alright. Oh, wrong button. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Or anything. Des's determination to remember is what is keeping them alive, in a sense. And we
There's a text in the game for
how
chapter
important
5.
Determination is in this series. This is how the night was created from Des. We know the Dark World takes form from real-world objects distorted by the darkness. But this dialogue does bring up a question. What happens if that object or person remains distorted for too long? They soon begin to lose who they truly are. The night isn't Des directly, but rather a distortion of their memories. This is why they share visual similarities to Des, but don't look like a Dark World.
This would also line up with my theory. Just saying, this would fit right in with what I've been saying. This would fit perfectly with my theory. Holy shit. Where are you from? United States. How about yourself, brother? United States. I'm fine. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm a big Deltarune fan, bro. Big Deltarune nerd over here.
Old version of them, like we see with Chris, Susie, or Noelle. They behave instead more like a monster than a Darkner, screaming out. It's taken the memories of Des and become something else. The night.
I still don't really think this is right. I'm not sold on this theory yet. However, I'm not dogging it. Like, I'm not against it.
Is an amalgamation of Des's determination to survive and their memories, distorted into this beast who is trying to bring about the Roaring, an event that will bring everyone into darkness just like them. Des is trying not to forget their memory or else they will lose themselves completely. In the same way, Sans writes don't forget on that punch card because he's saying don't forget the memory of the weird route because this path only leads to destruction. Noelle is choosing violence out of grief of losing her sibling, with the hope of becoming stronger and escaping this pain. And that is truly what chapter 5 is all about. What I saw when playing this chapter was how everyone is dealing with the tragic loss of Des Holiday. Something that tragic, losing someone important, can lead people.
I'm from Kazakhstan. I hope I said that correctly. What's your theory about? So, this is mainly just with Des and the secret bosses. Firstly, with chapter 5, we end up learning that the shadow crystals we collect from the secret bosses are fragments of hopes and dreams. So I have a theory that every single secret boss has some type of strong dream or hope that they're attached to that keeps them present within the dark world. But after we defeat them, they let go of that hope, that dream, and that's why we get those shadow crystals. The only one that's kind of hard to fit into this is chapter 3, just because Eram's so fucking... Eram's confusing. Eram's like kind of the outlier, which is why I think the Roaring Knight might take that position in chapter 3, but whatever. Putting that aside, when we look at the text from chapter 5, if it is Des, because we don't know, the text hidden within chapter 5 talks about how all she has or all they have left are memories. So what I was theorizing is if there is a possible chance that Des becomes nothing but memories, and because of that, she becomes like whatever happened to the secret bosses happens to her, and her, since she's nothing but memories, it's almost like she's nothing. There's nothing left of her but hopes and dreams, in a sense. I don't know. It's definitely far fetched. I need to get more info and more like details to really understand it, but that's kind of where I'm leaning so far. What state are you from? California. California, love,
to
baby.
grieve in different ways, and we are seeing how that is affecting everyone. Asgore's grief in losing people to grieve in different ways, and we are seeing how that is affecting everyone. Asgore's grief in losing their family, friends, child led Asgore to blame himself, to the point where he became obsessed with proving it wasn't his fault. Asgore is grieving and is trying to find answers for what happened.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy that nobody blamed Asgore for whatever happened. That would have been fucked. Have you tried riding a motorcycle? No, I've not. I'm too scared. I'm a pussy, bro. I'm a pussy. I have friends who have driven motorcycles. Here, even my dad has, but I'm a pussy, bro. I'm straight up a pussy.
Noelle starts out becoming completely paralyzed by the mere mention of December, but now has been given some level of autonomy by Chris, or rather the soul inside Chris. Noelle is now desperate to take matters into her own hands, frustrated at the boring life she lives.
Oh my gosh, that whole lake scene, the weird route, still fucking traumatizes me.
She says to Chris that she wants to grow wings and fly away from this stupid town. She wants escape. This is anger. We know that Chris was friends with Des and is opening dark fountains and more dark worlds. They are trying to bring about the roaring along with the night. And
fuck just being friends, bro. They're damn near family. Fucking Des and Azrael had a relationship. Chris was damn near family to them.
We talked about their art therapy that they're going through. This is Chris grieving the loss of a childhood friend that slipped through their fingers. And by working with someone, doing what they say to possibly bring Des back, that is bargaining. Even the night is a symbol of Des's grief in losing themselves, having nothing.
I started thinking more about it. Did you go to football? This year you had the World Cup. No, I didn't. I wish I went to any of those football games. No, I just didn't have the money to. I wish, but I hear it's been good. I hear it's been going good so far. I don't know if they're still winning, but I know Argentina was on a winning streak. Also, sorry, the reason why I paused and started thinking was because I started thinking. We know for a fact Des had some type of disappearance. I have said since chapter 1 that I don't think Azrael's actually at college. We have theorized that Azrael had liked or had some type of crush on Des. Chapter 5 has confirmed that they had a relationship. I find it hard to believe that Azrael would be able to go on with life without being tragically affected with her disappearance, especially if he was with her. I really don't think he went to college still. I don't think he did. I don't think he did, bro.
Nothing left, all alone, the night was born and determined to plunge everyone into the same darkness they felt, to feel just as abandoned as them. This is depression, the loss of one's self. The only stage of grief we haven't seen yet is acceptance, and maybe that's how the night will be stopped. Once everyone, Asgore, Noelle, Chris, and everyone else involved with Des chooses to accept that they are truly gone. Only then can they move on and the prophecy can be fulfilled. Because if these people continue to grieve and indulge in their obsessions with the Dark Worlds, they are all at risk of meeting the same fate as Des, and that is being made clear with Susie. Using the clues from Asgore's story and the unused text files, we have seen that Des may have become the Knight due to being a Lightner who stayed in a Dark World for too long, slowly losing themselves.
Do we? I guess the text and the games kind of show that low key. We don't know for sure, but there's a very good chance. There's a very good chance. Character name Azrael. If yes, then that is the name of the demon. His name is Azrael, but it's spelled differently. Hold on. It's spelled like this. Give me 1 second. Actually, wait. Where's I could just get it from here. Oh, I can't spell. It's spelled like that. It's spelled like that. But he's not even really in the game. He's a background character for this game, damn near. He's in Undertale, but not really this one.
A Knight due to being a Lightner who stayed in a Dark World for too long, slowly.
Hello, Dino Bug!
Losing themselves and letting the dark world distort them into the night. If this is true, then I believe it foreshadows Susie's fate in Deltarune. At the end of chapter 5, having lost Asgore to the night and killing Flowery, Susie is sad and grief-stricken. She failed to save the day and the night still caused chaos. Susie then asks Chris to take her home.
Now that I think about it, this is the only chapter with a really like downer ending. Cause this is the only chapter where we 100% could not save everybody. Cause even back when the knight kidnapped fucking Undyne, nobody died. Flowery's fucking dead. Flowery fucking died. And we lost Asgore. So it was just like double. Like holy shit. Chapter 5 really was a downer ending. What's up with Adam? Chapter 5 was 100% a downer fucking ending when you really think about it. We lost Flowery. We got no new info about the knight really. And we lost Asgore. Like we really took L's that chapter. Chapter 5 is peak. Oh, fuck yes it is. It's my favorite chapter without a doubt in my mind. Easily my favorite chapter. But damn, when you really think about it, that ending is sad. We took nothing but L's for that ending. Nothing but L's.
Take her to the apartment block she lives in. She says, you know that's not really what I meant, right?
That's
but if you take her back to school, into the Castletown dark world, Susie says, thanks for walking me home. Susie has had a troubled past and family life, and during these adventures with Chris and Ralsei, Susie has become a nicer person and grown attached to the darkness like Lancer, to the point where now we see Susie is calling this place her home. Even at the start of the chapter, Susie has been in Castletown getting ready for her date with Noelle. Susie is spending increasingly more time.
That whole date, like getting ready for the date section was so fucking fun and good, dude. Oh my gosh, that whole section was so, it really was. Fuck, bro, this really is the last fun chapter. This is the last chapter where the fun gang could really just be the fun gang. There's no more fun after this. After this, it's nothing but chapters of depression and despair. Welcome back, Joseph. Damn. Oh man, I can't wait for chapter 6, but fuck, I'm scared of chapter 6 too.
I'm in the dark world than the light.
The depressed gang, that's what I'm saying!
World. Right now, it's sweet. She's found somewhere she feels she belongs. But if what we've learned about Des becoming the knight is true, then the more time Susie is in the dark world, the more of her true self she will lose. She will forget herself and distort beyond recognition. Maybe that's where our prediction for the prophecy that we talked about last time will come into play. In the last chapter, we saw a bunch of pains that told us the true prophecy of the Deltarune. However, Susie...
I still want to know that fucking prophecy, bro. I feel like we're the only ones who don't know. I think Chris knows the prophecy. I think Chris knows the prophecy more than we do. Depressed gang, do you know me? I don't know you, no. I just know you from your name.
What she saw, and Ralsei had been really sketchy about the whole thing and felt really sorry for her. We tried to put the pieces back together and came up with this. And then when all hope is lost for the tale, the final tragedy unveils. To save the world, there is only one way.
And I do still think, yeah. Okay, so Susie has to be an ass. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, why do you say she has to be an ass?
The final tragedy unveils. To save the world, there is only one way. The girl's death breaks the angel's sway. Only then will the world be saved. We thought that this was a heroic sacrifice from Susie, and so when she saw it, she smashed it because she didn't want to accept it, and that's why Ralsei was also trying to dodge the subject. But what if what she saw wasn't her death, so to speak, but her becoming a villain who then has to be slain to save the world? Flowey actually alludes to this pretty directly just before the final battle. He suggests destroying
What? What?
Castletown's fountain and leaving theirs alive instead, asking Susie if she would take away someone else's fantasy to keep her own. Susie,
that wasn't, no, but like that was to show the how much of a hypocrite they were being, because even Flowey admits that like they wouldn't have survived. I'm pretty sure sometime in the chapter after this whole scene of Flowey saying that was just to prove a point. Because I'm pretty sure somewhere in the chapter they reveal the fact that the flowers would not be able to survive in the dark world due to the fact that they need to constantly be replenished with water and stuff because, you know, they're plants. So yeah, this is just kind of, this is stretch. This is stretching. This is the most stretching I've seen in this theory video so far. I don't fucking know, head ass.
Naturally snaps back about how it's her home, and Flowery simply replies, spoken like a true hero. Susie putting hero in quotation marks. Susie is becoming delusional, living in her fantasy world, and over time will start to forget who she really is. Right now, she's our closest friend, but if she keeps hanging out in the dark world, she may become our greatest enemy. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory! Thanks for watching.
World premiere
And
on Game Theory.
The legend of the Deltarune is alive.
oh, that's a old video. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, I gotta say I highly disagree with that, especially the end. I will say he had some good stuff. Specifically, hold on, I want to find a Deltarune song to play in the background while I talk about this. There's a specific song I'm looking for. I just can't remember the title. I'm so bad with titles when it comes to songs without lyrics. It's a creepy one. It's from chapter 2. It's the Dana or fuck. Which one is it? Which one is it? Hold on. Where the fuck's chapter 2? I don't give a fuck about any of these. Fuck chapter 1. Okay. Is it Lost Girl? I think it's Lost Girl. Is it Lost? I'm pretty sure it's Lost Girl. I'm pretty sure it's Lost Girl. No, this is the right one! I know it's chapter 2. Tree. Thank you for the 3-stream watch streak! New game theories kind of suck. I haven't watched a lot of the new game theories, so I genuinely wouldn't know. I just saw that there was one on Deltarune, and I was like, hey, I love Deltarune. Let me watch that. Where is... Where the fuck's the song I'm looking for? I don't... Oh, is it Digital Roots? It's not Digital Roots. It's not Digital Roots. It's not Digital... Digital Roots is fucking scary. I'm celebrating my 1-year mod anniversary! Has it been 1 year since you've been mod? Holy fucking shit. Let's go, Rabbit. Thank you. Been working for me for free for a year. Let's go, baby! What song? It's the creepy one, bro. I can't even remember which one it is. I'm gonna just search up Deltarune scary music. Fuck it. I'm sure I found it one way. Scary music. Hold on. Watch it be the first one. No. Is it another hymn? It's not another hymn. No, it's been longer, but every time you ban me, I had to remod. That's right. I forgot. That's one thing that hella annoyed me. Every time I'd ban you as a joke. Oh my gosh. I'm still gonna do it, but like... Dude, I'm pretty sure it's chapter 2. What fucking song is it? Sorry, chat. I really want this song to play specifically. This is a good one, though. This is a good one. Is it Glowing Snow? Because I thought it happened... You know what? Here's what we're doing, chat. I know. I've been looking for too long. I know what I'm gonna do. Duh. Hold on. Check this out. We gotta make a phone call for help. Trust. We're calling the one other expert that I know. Fuck, he might not answer.
No.
Question.
Yeah.
First off, I'm on stream. You're on speaker. Second off, what's the title of that super creepy ass Deltarune song?
Which one?
Fuck. Okay, I was hoping you'd know just based off. You know the. Dun. Wait. Fuck. How's it go again? Shit.
Flashback.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna play it right now. I'll let you know if it's right. Hold on. Yep. I told you, chat. Oh, chapter 3. I thought it was chapter 2. Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep, bye.
I told you, chat. I told you. All right, so check it. I need to stand up for this. Why did my... Whoa. What the fuck was that? Hold on, chat. I gotta make sure it's able to go up with no problem. Why is it making that? Oh, I'm stupid. I fixed it. Holy shit. I know y'all can't say anything. Give me a few minutes. I had to move some stuff around, chat. Give me a few minutes. A few seconds. Did my fucking camera disconnect? Hold on, chat. Huh? Where'd my camera go? Where'd my camera go? No, it's plugged in. What the hell? Hold on, chat. Hold on. Fixing it right now. Fixing it right now. Or at least I'm trying to. Chat. I'm hoping this will fix it. I have no idea. Huh? We're bring back to floor level. My camera break, bro. Please, please. Well, I'm having trouble turning my camera back on for some reason. Or it's on, but like OBS is not registering it. Is this how it feels to be a faceless streamer? Do I get any? Is it time for my PNG route? Is this bitch even on? Oh my gosh, the fucking power cord came out. Where the fuck is the power cord? Son of a bitch. I can barely move. Shit. Hold on, chat. Oh my gosh. Did that work? Fuck, no it didn't. Well shit, chat. I'm gonna have to fuck with this off stream, it looks like. That sucks. I'm gonna go on my rant like a crazy person. Well, chat, unfortunately, I do think I will need to end stream here today. Holy shit, not the way that I wanted to end stream. Wait, wait, what the fuck? Are we back? I mean, kind of. Not really. It's sensing. Oh my gosh, wait, chat, hold on. We're back for a split second. 1 second. Oh, you got a bit. Thank you. Hold on, chat. Oh wait, that's not burner. That's gonna break. All right, chat. I think for now, right? I think for now we might have to just end stream here. Don't know if I'm gonna get the camera working. I know what the problem is, but for me to fix the problem, I'm gonna have to like move stuff around on my setup, chat. So I think we are going to be ending stream here. Yeah, no, big time rip cam. I know how to fix it, right? It's just, for me to fix it, I'm going to have to move shit around on my desktop. So, fuck! I was making a YouTube video of this too, which means I'm going to have to redo that whole fucking YouTube video. Son of a bitch. Or that whole ending part at least. Hold on. Unless... Chat, I might be the GOAT. I might be the GOAT. I'm not the GOAT. Fuck! Are you gonna look for someone to raid? How many people we got watching? Yeah, actually, I'm probably gonna just raid Jay. Because today's Jay's birthday. And he can see. Oh, fuck! Today's Jay's birthday, so if he's still streaming, I'm gonna raid Jay. Bro, it's annoying me. My camera not showing anything is annoying the absolute fuck out of me. Why? You've worked all the time before. What's different now? What did I do wrong? Chat, camera, please. I love you. But I love you, Jack. Oh no, it's bent. Am I gonna have to buy a new cord? Son of a bitch! Sorry, I'm still fucking with the camera. I'm really wanting to fix it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to right now. Alright, fuck it. We'll work on it next time. We'll work on it next time. For now, though, I do still want to see if there's anybody to raid. Or more specifically, if Jay's still alive. Yes, chat, we're gonna be raiding the homie Jay. I want everybody spam W's, spam happy birthday specifically. It's the homie's birthday, alright? It's the homie's birthday. So we're actually, let me turn off the creepy music. Where's the fun music? Let's turn on fun music. You got the fun music on yet? Alright, there we go. Chat! So chat, I do want to say thank you to everybody who joined in today. Whether you joined in on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, thank y'all so much. Whether you're watching live, any clips, or any of the VODs, thank y'all so much. And I do want to apologize. I want to apologize so much for the stream breaking at the end. Oh my gosh, this was so bad. I will be live again tomorrow around 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do tomorrow, then I'm probably just going to end up fucking doing the Deltarune stuff. I might end up doing the Deltarune stuff tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But chat, as always, in case I don't see ya, good morning. Oh wait. Or we could do a chat stream. What, tomorrow? Probably not tomorrow. We'll see, because I really want to do the Deltarune stuff still. Like the Deltarune game challenge I want to do, I really want to do that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But chat, until next time, I want to thank you all. And in case I don't see you tomorrow, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Good. Say goodbye so much. Make sure to say hi, happy birthday to Jay. Bye.